before we go too deep in there, how did you break into DreamWorks?
So
Unless
I,
the
when I was
police are
still in,
going to be called and then you didn't break in. Like, how did you get your I just realized that sounds a little aggressive. How did you
oh
break
no,
in? Like, I
how
took
did,
a window
Tell
down
me
and
how
I
you
took a
did it.
couple
Yeah.
Cintiqs.
Yeah. What was the process?
my dad's a handyman. He has a bunch of tools, so I got all the arsenal.
First, you
I
get
got
some rope and tie it to the
the weed
ceiling.
whacker. I dressed up as a gardener. I trimmed the hedges
All you
outside
need
the
to be is one of
building.
those like really, really like friendly squirrels to harass people there. That's another story. Keep moving.
But yeah, I broke in. So I was still in school and I was applying for internships.
Mhm.
And so I was always told by like, professors and guidance counselors that like, if you really want like, if you want a better chance to get a job in animation, you have to pursue an internship in order to like break in that way,
Mhm.
get school credit. And then from there, learn from the professionals. And then from there, basically the internships are like your interviews, then it gives you a better chance of getting in. And so for me, I spent like a year and a half applying for internships, and then thankfully DreamWorks TV, gave me a shot. Then I interviewed, and then that's how I got the internship at DreamWorks.
Awesome.
And even then, there was still no guarantee of really breaking into animation full time.
Right.
But the 2 semesters that I interned from September to December, and then from January to April, those were my 2 opportunities to show the employers and show the company that I am capable of being a full-time person, even
Yeah.
if it didn't mean being an artist right away, if it meant being a production assistant or
Okay.
starting entry level. I just wanted to show them that I'm someone who can fit into the pipeline of animation.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I thankfully got the internship my last year at Cal State Fullerton. And this was my last shot. And so thankfully getting that last shot, I was able to prove to myself and to them that I could, do a good job in animation. And then thankfully I was guaranteed a job right after graduation. So a month before graduating, my line producer, Mercedes, so the show that I was on was the Kung Fu Panda show, Positive Destiny. I interned on that show, and then I interned on the Hub team, which is the team that oversees a lot of CG shows. So the line producer for Kung Fu Panda reached out to me, and then she said, "Hey, you've been doing a great job. You've proven that you could fit well within the team," and she offered me a job as a PA. And then from there, she said, "Since you graduate May 19th, you're gonna start May 21st." And so from there, I didn't have a hiatus. I just went straight into animation, and so that's how I broke in. Was
Nice.
Dedicating my time on top of homework to perfect my resumes, perfect my cover letters, apply to as many companies as possible to see if one company can bite, and then thankfully, off to the races.